Hi, I'm going to show you how you can make an animation using your own little background. So rather than using a template, you can design your own background, and then it can be much more flexible to the curriculum. I'm just going to do a very simple animation of a seed growing with roots and leaves and stalks, etc. Really nice for science. So when you've got your into to animate, I'm going to click on blank this time, and I'm going to draw my own background. Now you have to make sure that this is highlighted because this is your background. You're designing this bit yourself. So I've clicked on that one to engage that background, and I'm going to draw a very simple soil and sky and grass background. So I'm going to click my brown for my soil. I'm going to fill that in. So we've got some brown soil. Oops, no, that leaked out. So can you remember there's undo there? Very good. Why that happened is there's a little gap somewhere. So if I can see it, yeah, I can see a little gap there. So what happens is when you fill, it's filled and sort of like leaked through a bit, like if you have a spill. So a really good point there. So I'm going to go back to my pen tool. Just going to fill in that gap. So hopefully now when I go to paint, yeah, that's good. I'm glad that happened. Actually, it's quite useful. I'm going to have a little bit of grass because remember, it's quite nice. You can use the textures. So I'm just going to go to textures. I'm going to choose what have we got on here? Anything that's useful. Got short grass, long grass. We have got mud there. Actually, we could have used that. Ooh, should I use that? Let's try that. Actually, let's fill that with some. Oh yeah, that's nice, isn't it? Much better than my boring brown. And then I'm going to have my green this time. So I'm going to click on the side. I'm going to choose the grass. I'm going to have a pen tool, actually. I'm just going to do across the top a little line. This is one of my grasses. I'm getting a bit carried away here, sorry, but it's very exciting. I'm going to fill that a bit in with green. There we go. And then, in true primary school style, I'll have a blue sky. So there's my soil, my grass, and my blue sky. And that's my background. I've set my background now. So when we click on our first frame, remember they're all called frames. This is my first frame. I'm going to draw my little seed. Oops, don't want it in paint fill. I'm just going to plant my seed in the ground here. There's my little seed in the soil. Okay, and I'm going to add another frame. There we go. So there's my seed. Now this time you have to redo the seed each time. The seed's not actually moving, but if I didn't go over the top of it, then we wouldn't see it each time. It would sort of just be blank. So I'm just going to do that. Sometimes it might be easier to use a circle tool because you can get accuracy, but anyway, it doesn't matter. A seed does change as it's growing, doesn't it? Let's hope. Okay, I'm going to start drawing a root. So I'm going to use an orange and make it quite small. I'm just going to start a little root coming down. There we go. So I'm going to add on a plus. Now, can you remember, I've got to go back in, draw my seed again. Back over where I was. And then do a bit more to my root. So I've got a little root there and a little bit of root there. So you can see it's a bit more complicated when you're drawing your own without stamps. The stamps are quite simple, but if you want to make it a real nice teaching tool, this is a good teaching tool. Right, I'm just going to do this once more. So I could draw my seed. I say seeds do swell and grow, don't they, when they develop? So not a problem. And back to my orange. Make sure I cover up. The roots might grow a bit longer, so we can make those a bit longer, and I might have another little root coming off the side. Okay, so now I'm going to add in a stalk. Okay, so I'm going to go back in, draw my little seed. Okay, I'm going to leave the roots as it was now. Oops. Might make them a bit longer actually. Yeah, let's have some fun. Ooh, there we go. And I'm going to start my little green stalk coming out. So can you see it's a little bit more involved? And then we can press and do some more. Let's press play. Let's see what happens so far. So there we go. There's my seed being planted. There's my root starting to grow. And there's my stalk, my stem, I should call it stem, just coming out. So that's how you can develop your own. It's a little bit more complicated because you've got to remember each time to repeat and draw the bit you've just drawn. Okay, so it's a little bit more involved, but actually that's a nice next step for children to do their own animation. Okay. Happy animating.